Alright, I'm back out here again. We're getting a little more done. So, yeah, yesterday I left off with, we got these downpipes finished up pretty much. And, yeah, I actually, because I didn't like it, this one on the left here was cocked out to the left. So, I just fixed that, cut the tack. All I had to do is just twist the pipe to the right a little and then straighten it up. But yeah, that looked better than it cocked over. And it was a simple task. It only took me literally like 5 minutes to reposition that. So yeah, I'm liking that a little bit better. All right, so yeah, right now I'm going to jack up the front of the car, jack right there, and finish up putting the drive shaft in. The other day I left off. Yeah, I got the whole drive shaft in. I got everything bolted down under here. And the only thing I haven't put in was that right there. So the other one's just fingered in there a little bit. And then I gotta put this one in and tighten both down. And then everything back here under the car should be finished up tight and ready to go. Oh my gosh, look at this big mess. I can't wait to clean it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I said that wrong. I mean, I don't want to clean it, but I can't wait till it's clean, I guess. But we'll get her done. We're back at it again on a Friday afternoon. Pretty much just doing a little bit here and there as I go along, as I can anyway. So today, we're gonna try to slap in this proportioning valve for the rear brakes and rehook up the master cylinder for all the brakes. Alright, I got the master cylinder in. So now it's time to do another short out the package look at a part I bought. This one is going to be the proportioning valve by Wilwood. That's it. I paid I paid $41.94 for it. I got it here on the ground. Came in the box with 2 little fittings. Alright, I also went to a few different auto parts stores and I grabbed as much as I could that I think I might need. A couple short lines off of the master cylinder, and I bought this long one just in case I needed some extra too, with some fittings on it and a couple extra fittings and a 3-way. Alright, so I'm going to try to finagle this stuff on here. I already started. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. So I was figuring, see, I already straightened this one out, and I think this line here will screw into the side of the proportioning valve without that adapter. So I may try not to cut this line at all. I bent it straight, and then I'm going to try to rebend it this way, hopefully right into the valve. And I want to try to have the valve sit right here, and then I want to try to make a bracket off of this nut right here to hold it up on an angle, like pretty much sitting like that. That's the plan anyway. So I was trying to fit this factory end on the rear brake hose into the proportioning valve, because it kind of looks like that end will, seat down to the bottom of there. Even the screw size fits in there when it screws in, but for some reason when I go to tighten it down, it's not tightening right. Like it gets real tight, but it's still spinning, on the tube there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to use the fittings that they provided, and right now I'm trying to cut this off with this pipe cutter. I'm gonna get the tip off, slide off that fitting, put one of the ones that I can adapt to this on there, and yeah, then we're gonna test out that flare tool to flare the end. Alright, I slid the new end on there. Got the end flared. This is only the second time I've ever used one of these flare tools. I've had rented this once before to fix a rotted line on my pickup truck. So I actually had to redo my truck twice because of me just learning how to do this, and that was a year ago. So here I am again. Hopefully I do a little bit better this time. Alright, so this is one of the other brake lines that I had bought. It already had the formed tip on it. So I just took off the spike piece and I'm checking it out, trying to just make sure it looks the same. I think I have to put it back on there and yeah, squeeze it down just a hair more. Try to get that same bevel as on here. All right, we got that first fit made. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to bend this one out, L it over here. And the fitting that's on there is the one I'm gonna need. Yeah, I just have to cut it and just bend it as an L. And just, yeah, make a little short run right there. All right, so I needed a bracket for that proportioning valve. I just made one out of this piece of angle I had laying around. So that's pretty much it. I actually just tried testing it in there, and I just have to cut it back just a little bit more here so I can get to my bolt a little easier for the mounting. It's starting to get late. Yeah, all right, so I got that in there. That's how I did it. At an angle, I'm actually gonna push this down. I'm gonna take a hammer and just tap that back a little more. Just like that. There's the valve, and then right like that. They're probably right there. Just popping that out, so I'm gonna have to bend this up a little more. Give some slack. Yeah, just gonna make that little short run right there. All right, I got the proportioning valve on there. It's about dark. Sun's about to fully set, but I at least got that on. And then tomorrow I can start working on the front brakes. Awesome though. Yeah, I just made this short little piece. Goes from here to my bracket. So that's hooked up, and then yeah, this is the original line. I just chopped the end off, put the fitting I needed on, flared the end, and then tied it in. Yeah, I'm hoping my flares are wide enough, but I guess I'll find out once I can get some brake fluid in here and I can bleed the brakes, make sure everything's holding. Alright, well, till tomorrow. Yeah, well, I ended up putting it together anyway. I said to hell with it. So, that's it. That's for the front brakes. Got it tied in, coming through to this three-way. That side's in, and then to the two front brakes. Oh yeah, I am tired. A lot of mental power trying to figure this out, even though, I mean, I used the original line and I only had to make that little piece. But let me tell you, sitting here thinking there's more work sometimes than doing. 35 seconds, ain't said shit yet. All right. Oh, what are we doing today? What's today's plan? Karate style. Chopping back into it. Literally. Alright, so yeah, I left off with the proportioning valve installed and the front brake lines installed off of the master cylinder there. So literally got to chop one of these off again, maybe two of them, because I kind of kept trying to flare it out, and you see how it cracks it. And so you get to a certain point, and I kept pushing that point and just cracking it. Did it like 4 times in a row on the one line, this one. So I think it's cracked again, but I slapped it together anyway, or maybe it was that one. So I gotta take it apart, trim off that little tip again, and re-flare it out. I think I have to do that to 2 ends. Also, when I put the rear brake line on, I kinked it just a tad bit. I think it's still gonna be fine now. Should be all right. Not perfect, but good enough. At least with that bend anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna chop those ends off, and we're gonna re-flare the 2 ends that I messed up on last night, and then that will be finito. I guess I've been using this tool wrong to get my end. That's why I had to cut it so many times yesterday and restart. But this is what happens when you don't look stuff up or read directions. So yeah, I guess you got your, I'm not even sure the names of the ends. One's a flare where it looks like a mushroom on the top, and the other one's like inverted, So yeah, I guess before I flared the end out, I should crush it down with this first. That's what I found. So when you crush it down with this first, then flare it out, you get a nice meaty flare when you mushroom it a little first and then flare it out. Trial and error, so yeah. Oh, yeah, I definitely should have looked at directions or whatnot on how to use this tool before I used it. Yeah, the first time I had rented it, looked at it and said, oh, this is probably how you use it. And then I did it again here when I started, and now this time, yeah, kind of figuring out how to use it as I go along. All right, we got the bracket back off, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint that. All right, so waiting for that portioning valve bracket to finish drying up. I figured I would finish up welding these turbo manifolds and downpipes because I was waiting until pretty much now, so I didn't want to have to recut them apart if, you know, stuff didn't clear, but everything seems well. So we're gonna go ahead and weld these bad boys. Ow! Oh! Fucker went right through my shoe into my sock on my foot. That didn't feel good. Alright, putting on my work boots. Fuck this. Fuck! Alright, back to it. This is why you gotta be careful when you weld and paying attention, because look at this. I had a shirt laying there and didn't even realize it was burning right next to me. Almost got the second one welded up. Oh geez, I swear. My welds suck. They're not the greatest. Pretty much I got the welder up on high. I'm more concerned about it melting in and leaving a thick bead for a strength than yeah, having a nice looking bead. But yeah, it's Spatterball City. Gonna have to go over that real well. Probably gonna have to take something and jam it in all the holes. You know, I don't know, I gotta find something because there's probably spatterballs in there too. So I gotta try to stick something in there to loosen them up to get them out. Got those turbo manifolds finished up. Now we gotta do the downpipes. Ah shit. Should have got more poly wire. Woo! Alright, a whole new day. Beautiful day at that. Yesterday was Sunday. Got me a little kayaking time in. Me and the old wifey and some friends. Yeah, I'm back to welding again. Me and my shitty welds. Yeah, it's pretty fucking shitty. I have to admit, that is shitty. Look at that. Fuck. But yeah, I also welded the inside. Finished welding up these downpipes. Yeah, the second one came out so much better than the first one. So much better. Look at that. See, that was me just tack welding. I just kept hitting the trigger multiple times for every bead. But I also welded these other welds first, which got the metal hot enough so it can look like that, I think. This one, I started the welds the other day, and then I started raining outside, so I just, you know, it was getting dark, so I stopped welding. And then I just started up doing these and tried just to lay a bead with it, you know, pretty much cold. So I think that's why that one came out a lot better, because it was nice and hot when I started, opposed to that one, which wasn't heated at all. You live and you relearn, because I'm pretty sure I learned these things already a few years back when I worked for the welding company, but you know, when you don't do something for so long and then you jump back into it, you know, you're bound to forget a few things.